morning. It has been a really busy morning. I've been editing yesterday's footage, which really I should have done last night, plus other bits and pieces. It's just basically been quite busy. So busy I haven't even taken my hair out of the pineapple I wore it in to sleep in last night. I will have to do that very shortly. I've been working on John's sock that I spoke about yesterday, and last night whilst I was knitting it, I wasn't entirely happy with how it was coming out. It looks nice and bright on camera, but it just, I don't know, maybe it was the dim lamplight last night, it just looked really blurry and the colours don't pop as well as I hoped they would. Ignore this bit here, kind of like that. So I started experimenting and I tried micro striping the black with the yarn, which looks really interesting, but you kind of lose the colours again. I just felt like these colours were like blurring compared to in the ball of yarn itself. I don't know, so I wasn't 100% happy, but it could have been because of the lamplight. It was just looking worse than it actually is. So I'm trying a few different things. I tried micro striping and I tried doing some slip stitches in amongst micro striping, and I'm not 100% happy with either of them, although the micro striping does look good and does look like licorice all sorts. But I didn't really want to micro stripe, and I would have to order another ball of yarn because I only have enough for the toes and heels. I don't have enough for the striping itself. So now what I'm doing is testing using a couple of textured patterns with just the main colour. I'm starting with the Sugar Frost socks, which I have knit before, and then I'll knit a small section of that to see if the texture makes the colours kind of pop out on the raised stitches. And I will also do a little section with Hermione's Everyday Socks, which I've also knit before in the past, and I will knit a small section of that to see if those textured stitches, the pearl stitches, will make the yarn stick out from the background, and hopefully the colours on those will make it pop as well. So we shall see how that goes. I'm just having a sit down and a play around with this for a while before I go get some lunch, and yeah, it's been really busy so far and I haven't done anything exciting yet. It is mid-afternoon and I am a bit cold and I am still rocking my pineapple. I think it's just going to be one of those days. I have come into the kitchen because I need to prep dinner, and I am making some mackerel fish cakes for tea tonight. They are peppercorn smoked mackerel fillets, and I'm just going to prep the fish whilst we talk and get some potatoes on for the fish cakes. Just a moment, I will mute the noise the packet makes as I open it. That actually wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to make one of those big ripping noises when the top came off, but it didn't. It's fine. So I don't usually make mackerel fish cake with kind of fresh cooked mackerel. Normally I would use tinned mackerel. So this is might be a little trickier to get the bones out of this, but we'll see. Yeah, so I am quite tired today. I've been quite tired a fair amount lately. My tablets that I'm currently on make me quite drowsy until I get used to them. They are what I would normally take for pain when I have a neuralgia flare-up, but I have a problem with my back at the moment. According to my doctor, I have osteoarthritis in my spine, which is delightful and makes me feel much older than I thought I was. Apparently middle age has hit. And I'm finding it a little frustrating actually, because I'm a really busy person normally. for work and just stuff that I want to do. And on top of that, I like doing quite active fitness. So although I do enjoy like yoga, I also like clubbercise and Zumba to a lesser extent. I do enjoy clubbercise and roller derby, but I haven't been to roller derby since before the first lockdown, so that's sort of nearly 2 years now, and I was looking forward to going back in the autumn, but then I started having problems with my back, and it's kind of my upper back, you know, between just above your shoulder blades, and I get quite painful nerve pain in my left arm, and I wasn't sure what it was. I know my maternal grandma has osteoarthritis, and I'm sorry, we got interrupted there. My SD card was full and my camera switched. Stop recording. Yeah, my maternal grandfather, my maternal granddad, he has rheumatoid arthritis, and kind of joint things are a big problem in our family anyway. So I wasn't sure what the problem was. And my dad, before he died, he collapsed one day, and he never walked again. He was paralysed. He had some sort of growth on his spine, so needless to say, I was a little concerned before I went to the doctors last week. But I went there, and I was in there for quite a long time actually. I got to see the student doctor first, and then my usual doctor, and he said osteoarthritis, old age, not a lot we can do, which was a bit irritating because that was kind of what I wasn't wanting to happen when I went to the doctors, you know, be told to go away, take painkillers. That's not what he said, but you know, not a lot they can do. So I'm taking my tablets. He's prescribed me with the same tablets I usually take for the nerve pain from the neuralgia. So hopefully, well, it is a lot better. Yesterday I noticed it was quite an improvement, and today certainly. Whether or not that's just the meds masking it, I don't know. Hopefully not. But I've been taking it quite easy, and it's driving me crazy. I am really, really bored. Like I said, I'm usually pretty active. I miss, oh, I found a bone. I have a virtual reality headset thing that we bought during the first lockdown, kind of as a way to, oh, there's another bone, get in exercise when we couldn't get out and about. Especially for my husband, who doesn't really do anything, and he was furloughed for several months. So anyway, there's a couple of fitness type games that I enjoy on the headset, and one of them is called Beat Saber, and one of them is called Synth Riders. But both of them do a lot of back and shoulder movement and action, which makes me think maybe they may have contributed to the problem. I'm a little enthusiastic, shall we say, when I'm on the games, and instead of doing arm work, I'm doing whoa way arms. It's basically dancing around in the living room in your own little world, especially on Synth Riders. It's all like synthwave music and neon lights, and it's just fabulous. I love it. But I haven't been able to do that, obviously, and yeah, it's starting to get on my nerves. Especially when if you're like listening to music or on the radio and a song comes on that you would normally associate with being in the game, and then suddenly I'm like, I'm itching to get on there. I can't. It's not that I'm not allowed. It's just that I will do myself an injury, probably very bad injury. So yes, I am just kind of taking it easy and yeah. So right, that's all the fish, all kind of flaked up. I probably won't do an awful lot with these fish cakes because this is peppered mackerel. I'm hoping I got all the bones. My husband, well, neither of us eat a huge amount of fish, but my husband, you know, if he comes across a bone in his dinner, it'll kind of put him off the rest of his dinner because he's, I don't know, I wouldn't say fussy, he's not fussy, but certain things bother him. I don't know if that's the wrong word as well. I can't really explain without talking too much personal stuff, but things like that, they're just not, he's a bit funny with. So I'm going to get some potatoes cooked and get these made for later. I've been watching a few Vlogmas videos this afternoon. I've been doing a bit of knitting and working on John's sock. I found the textured knitting didn't really help, it just muddied it up even more, and all I did was I ripped back the knitting back to where I'd done the micro stripes. I actually like the micro stripes, but not all over, so I'm keeping like small sections of micro. I've ripped it back and I've left it sort of like this much, could be 6, 7, 8 rows of micro striping, and then I'm knitting stockinette again, and I'll put some random bands of these sections of micro stripes up the socks. I think I might keep them fairly random. I don't know if I'll make them the same places on both socks or whether I'll keep it really random. Again, he likes symmetry, so I'll have to ask him first to see what he thinks about fraternal twin socks rather than identical twin socks. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So far, Vlogmas, I've watched a few. I've still got a few to get through. I've watched Ellie of Skindeers. I have watched Jude's of the Stranded podcast. I have watched Teresa of the Passionate Spinner podcast. And I think there was one more, but there is about 3 or 4 more to watch that I know of that I've uploaded. And fix an issue with mine. Actually, I've uploaded Vlogmas number 1, which took a lot longer than expected and didn't go up until probably around 2 o'clock this afternoon. But normally when I upload a video, it automatically gets shared, or the link gets shared to it on my Facebook page, but it's shared it, but looking at it on my phone, the actual thumbnail for it hasn't shared. So I'm not sure what's wrong with that. So I've got to fix that after I've got these fish cakes done. Yeah, the work of an online person with social media is never done. Shh, don't tell John. I'm gonna have just a little sneaky virtual dance party in virtual reality. Well, 3 songs and my arm is hurting real bad, which is a shame because I used to do it for 3 hours solid. I'd be knackered, but I enjoyed it. I don't know, there's something about exercise that involves music and dance and movement I just absolutely love. Hence Clubbercise. Zumba less so because I really struggle with footwork with Zumba, but I still enjoy it. And I used to be one for like aerobics, but aerobics that involved really dancing music, like the Ministry of Sound did some aerobic type video or DVDs years ago, and I had those. I used to love them. So yeah, my arm hurts now. I'm a bit about that, but not much I can do about it at the moment.